Welcome to Michigan State Capitol. Dedicated on January 1st, 1879, Governor Charles Croswell declared the structure stood as evidence of the lasting taste, spirit, and enterprise of the citizens of Michigan. Today, it stands as Michigan's most iconic historic building, a National Historic Landmark recognized for its exceptional architecture and art. But this is more than a museum. It's a dynamic, living building fully appointed to honor its past, while serving the people of Michigan as a modern, efficient seat of state government. And it continues to be a source of pride and inspiration for all who enter. Our first Capitol building was in Michigan's first capital city, Detroit. Journey back in time to the year 1837. Michigan just officially became the nation's 26th state, and our first governor, Stephen T. Mason, was just 26 years old when he worked here. Classically designed with a prominent tower, this brick structure dutifully served as Michigan's first capital for over 10 years. Detroit was Michigan's largest city, and by all standards of the time, was the most modern in Michigan. Yet it was dangerously close to Canada, a British colony. Elevated tensions between the United States and Great Britain in the 1840s compelled the Michigan legislature to select a new capital city. But the move to Lansing Township baffled Michiganders. Notably, there were only 8 registered voters here at the time. Compared to Detroit, it was a small, howling wilderness in 1847. The key to Lansing Township, however, was location. It was more accessible to lawmakers and citizens who traveled by horseback and train, and it was safely removed from British-ruled Canada. Time was of the essence. The state legislature needed to convene at its new wilderness capital by January 1848, so Michigan began construction of Capitol Number 2. As a new capital city, the population exploded and a new name was bestowed, Michigan, Michigan. As you can imagine, the new name soon lost favor and was quickly changed to Lansing. With construction of the second capital complete, Epaphroditus Ransom became Michigan's first governor, inaugurated in Lansing. Adorned with a modest tin cupola, this temporary wooden structure was inadequate from the start. Some even called it the old rattletrap that has long been a humiliation. Yet it served as our second capital for 30 years, with state officials clamoring for a more dignified building all the while. Finally, in 1871, Governor Henry P. Baldwin called for a larger, fireproof, and more dignified seat of state government. The legislature agreed. A board of building commissioners was quickly assembled, and a nationwide contest was announced to find an architect to design the new capitol. Inspired by the newly renovated U.S. Capitol, an unknown talent from Springfield, Illinois, Elijah E. Myers, won the competition with his design Tuebor, which means "I will defend" in Latin, straight from Michigan's coat of arms. Tuebor was one of the first domed state capitol designs in America. So Thursday, October 2nd, 1873, was a proud day for the young state of Michigan. Nearly 30,000 people traveled to Lansing to witness the laying of the cornerstone of this new icon of American democracy. It took craftsmen, masons, carpenters, decorators, and ironworkers nearly 6 years to complete construction. Assembling Michigan's trend-setting dome alone took the better part of a year. Built in the neoclassical or Renaissance revival style, it features motifs from classical Greek and Roman architecture, Columns and the classical orders grace the exterior and interior. A four-storied entrance block is flanked by symmetrical wings housing the legislative chambers, and high above it all floats our distinctive cast iron dome. An extensive restoration in the early 1990s allows you to experience the Capitol's Victorian splendor just as it was in the 1880s. The magnificent Michigan chandeliers will illuminate your way as you walk on ancient fossils leading to the Capitol's famous glass floor. Here, you'll be surrounded by replicas of Michigan's Civil War battle flags as you look up at the dome. With its elaborate design, the Rotunda's mesmerizing structure culminates at the oculus, or eye of the dome, 160 feet above. Designed to awe and inspire, it's surrounded by 8 monumental paintings by the Italian artist Tommaso Uglaris. The muses represent virtues, ideals, aspirations, and disciplines, ranging from art and agriculture to justice and education. The grand staircases, or an elevator, will take you to the upper floors where you may explore the Gallery of Governors. Arranged in chronological order, these portraits of Michigan governors line the second and third floors of the Rotunda. Among the best documented and most beautifully restored rooms in the Capitol are the governor's office and parlor, a tribute to Michigan's furniture manufacturing heritage. The House of Representatives, with 110 members, is the larger of the 2 chambers of Michigan's legislature. Be sure to look up. The coffered ceilings and hand-etched state seals allow natural light to pour in from the Capitol skylights. Architecturally, the Senate chamber is virtually identical to the House, yet smaller in size. It accommodates the 38 members of Michigan's Senate and features many original legislators' desks still in use since 1879. With its exceptionally high ceiling, elaborate decorative paint, and ornamental plasterwork, the historic Michigan Supreme Court is one of the most elegant rooms in our Capitol. With 9 acres of decorative art, stunning details abound as you venture through the Capitol. The exquisite walnut doors, marbled wainscot, massive columns, and pilasters are inexpensive materials meticulously faux painted to radiate the timeless beauty and grandeur of our Capitol right down to the most mundane hardware. Hinges, lighting fixtures, even doorknobs come to life with motifs found on Michigan's coat of arms. The Michigan State Capitol is dedicated not only to preserving this national historic landmark, but to preserving and sharing the inspiring stories of Michigan. And whether you're here today because you're interested in Michigan's history or government, art or architecture, we hope you'll enjoy your tour of Michigan's Capitol.